What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City live watch-along for the Champions League, for the match between Olympique de Marseille and Manchester City in the Champions League, of course. We're into the group stages. It is the second game. Manchester City looking to follow on their victory over FC Porto in the Champions League last week at home. 3-1 victory with our first away win of the Champions League season for Manchester City for the 2020-21 campaign. But before we crack on with this live stream, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content and you want to help support not only this live stream but also my channel, then make sure you leave a thumbs up on this live stream, aiming for 100 likes minimum, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget also, subscribe if you're new around here, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. We're on that big push towards 14,000 subscribers. We're less than 200 subscribers away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget also, you can check out my social media links. You can find them in the description below, or you can just search for me and follow me on there. You can find them just below me, somewhere on the screen, I think. Somewhere down here, down there, yeah. You can go and follow me on there. You can also find my email there too, if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And so, we're going to crack on with this live stream, and we're going to first up be speaking about the teams, but just going to give a quick hello to people that are tuning in, including Jonathan, so thank you for tuning in, Info tuning in, Man City Fan TV as well tuning in, so thank you very much for that. Fox Williams tuning in as well, the Formidable Centurions, Niall McCarthy as well tuning in, so it is much appreciated for everybody tuning in and leaving their thoughts in the chat. And so, let's speak about the teams. Let's start with the opposition first, the home side, Marseille. So they're going with their captain Mandanda, the goalkeeper, in net. They're starting with Sakai, Balerdi, Alvaro, Caleta Carr, Amarvi, Rongier, Kamara, Croissant, Thauvin and Randonjic. I'm no expert on Marseille there and what to expect from them. I've never watched Marseille play, if I'm completely honest, so I'm not too sure what to expect from them and how they're going to play. The luxury of Champions League, anything can happen. It might be a game that suits Manchester City, it might not. I do not know. Obviously, they've got Andre Villas-Boas, an experienced manager, in charge at them, so it'll be quite interesting to see his approach for the game. I'd have thought they'd probably set up slightly defensive and look to hurt Manchester City on the counter-attack. Seems to be an effective way, particularly playing with pace. So we'll see what happens. On the bench for them, they've got, I'm not looking forward to saying this name, but is it Nagapandu Tombu? I hope I've not butchered that, if I'm honest. Kevin Strootman, Ismail Mirin, Benedetto, Dimitri Payet, Delima, Pele, Guai, Ake, that's not Nathan Ake by the way, Nagatomo and German. For Manchester City, we've gone with Ederson in goal, Kyle Walker starting at right back this time, with Oleksandr Zinchenko starting on the left, so it is a rest for Joao Cancelo. Ruben Dias starts once more, alongside Aymeric Laporte, who makes a welcome return back to Manchester City's starting 11. In defensive midfield, it looks like it's going to set up with Rodri, Ilkay Gundogan, and probably I would expect Phil Foden to be the other player occupying in the middle. I would have thought it would be Raheem Sterling on the left and probably Kevin De Bruyne on the right. Sorry, not Raheem Sterling, Ferran Torres on the left and Kevin De Bruyne on the right, because Raheem Sterling's going to be starting up top. It could be Ferran Torres starting up top. It could be De Bruyne sitting deeper and starting up top. It could even be Phil Foden starting up top. Apparently Gundogan can play up there as well. No striker for Manchester City. Sergio Aguero and Gabriel Jesus both injured. On the bench for Manchester City, we've got Zach Steffen, and we've also got Scott Carson. Two goalkeepers named John Stones, Bernardo Silva, Riyad Mahrez, Joao Cancelo and Eric Garcia being the senior players for Manchester City on the bench. We've also got some youngsters as well, including Felix Namicha, Tommy Doyle, Taylor Harwood Bellis, Cole Palmer and Adrian Bernard as well. So if things are going well for Manchester City, we could see a youngster or two coming on. I'm fairly sure you're allowed 5 substitutes in this game, and so we may see a youngster or two. I think that would be really nice. City though grinding, looking for a positive result. We had a great result against Arsenal a couple of weeks ago, followed that up with a good win against FC Porto after going behind. Went behind against West Ham, didn't pick up a fantastic result there, and so we're back to that point again where we're needing a response. Interesting game against Marseille. Not too sure what to expect, so looking forward to this one. We've got Suka tuning in once more. Jonathan Fox asking, what is my prediction? That's a good point. I'm going to go for a grinding, hard-working, but decent away result. I'm going for Marseille 1, Manchester City 2. Let me know in the chat your score prediction for this game. Both teams to score. Wouldn't surprise me one bit. Dad tuning in. Yo, thank you for tuning in. Mixid also tuning in. Both of them administrators, so no spam in the chat. Keep it clean as well. They'll be on the ball, so thank you to my brother and dad for tuning in. Soul tuning in as well. Smith Soccer News tuning in once more from 5 Scotland. Love it. Let me know where everyone is tuning in from. Jonathan going for a 4-0 win for Manchester City. And another Jonathan going for a 3-2 Manchester City win. And J. Jeffrey Lamombo going for 3-1 to Manchester City. Some really good predictions there. Sounds like by the predictions we're going to be in for a good game, which is exactly what I am looking for. It could be a 3 at the back. Potentially Kyle Walker starting alongside on the right hand side, Diaz and Laporte. There's not too much width there for Manchester City though, if I'm completely honest. So I reckon it will be a flat 4 here for Manchester City is what I reckon. Abel tuning in from Texas. Dad going for a 2-1 Manchester City win. I'm hoping so. That's the same prediction as what I have gone for. I am a big boomer. At the end of the day, even though I'm not a boomer, I am. Sol going for a 2-1 win, I presume, for Manchester City. And Formidable going for 4-1, which again I'm going to presume is a win for Manchester City. So, we're what? 8 minutes away from kickoff. We're already up to 18 likes. We've got nearly 30 people already tuning in. Considering we're tuning in, still with 8 minutes to go before kickoff. That's absolutely brilliant. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Leave a thumbs up if you are enjoying the content, and if you're new around here, then make sure that you do subscribe. And so I really am wondering what to expect here from Marseille. I know exactly what Manchester City are going to do. They're going to have possession. They're going to pass it around. I'm hoping that there's going to be a little bit more movement from City in this game than what there was at the weekend against West Ham. And I'd have thought Manchester City would be looking to try and fill in gaps. And I presume it's going to be Sterling starting as the central role for Manchester City, but like I said, Phil Foden could occupy that at any one point. Ferran Torres can do that job as well. Kevin De Bruyne can do that job, and so can Ilkay Gundogan. So it'll be interesting to see who ends up being the furthest forward for Manchester City. I'm ecstatic though that Phil Foden and Ferran Torres are rightfully getting their start that they deserve, and I'm hoping both of them can take this opportunity, grab it with both hands, once again put in a good solid performance here for Manchester City, and then move on from there, because Ferran Torres has had a pretty lively start to his career at Manchester City, and in my opinion is deserving more starts when he is coming off the bench and making his cameo roles for City. He's doing a very good job of that. Of course, doing very well against FC Porto just last week in the Champions League, and so yeah, I'm happy that Ferran Torres is starting. I'm happy that Phil Foden, after a couple of performances where he's gone a bit of a disappearing act, he's kind of struggled to get involved in the games, give him a couple of games rest, get him off the bench, and he's impressed since, and so deserves to come back in the starting 11 for Manchester City. I'm happy to see Ruben Dias starting once more. I think it's interesting, Zinchenko going in. I think this is his first start of the season for Manchester City, but I think the biggest news that we've got here is Kevin De Bruyne not only captaining the side, but is returning to make a start here for Manchester City. And considering I feel like we've rushed back Aguero, and because of that he's ended up picking up another injury, albeit not the same injury that what he had the first time round. Kevin De Bruyne has been out injured, picking up a little knock, that he's come back into the City starting 11 after appearing as a substitute in the last game. So it'll be interesting to see if De Bruyne, if he starts as he started in this game, whether he would start in the next game at the weekend against Sheffield United away. Marseille, like I said, I don't know what to expect. I've heard of three of their players four of the players, that they have started with. So we've got goalkeeper Mandanda, pretty solid keeper in my opinion. We've got Boubacar Kamara. I think once upon a time he was linked with a move to Manchester City. We've got Croissants starting in attack for them, and Thauvin as well. So these aren't players that I watch on a regular basis, so this isn't I know too much about that I'd be able to give you a good insight into what to expect. I mean, they've got some good quality on the bench. Kevin Strootman and Dimitri Payet being a couple of standout players. Dimitri Payet, a very hit-and-miss player. When he is on form, he is a sensational player, and when he's not working, doesn't really work hard for the team. So I'd have thought that if Marseille needed him to come off the substitute bench, he is an impact player that could maybe make the difference in this game, but that's not really what I am hoping for. Thank you very much, Smith Soccer News. I do appreciate your kind words there with the hard work that I am doing. Mazar, I'm happy with the team lineup. I'm happy to see Foden. I'm happy to see Ferran Torres starting in this game. So I think they deserve the start, so it will be interesting to see where they go from there. Kay thinking that we're needing a little bit more creativity. We've not got a striker there. I think we'll struggle for creativity. I think Mahrez is finally getting a rest, so that's good to see. What do you mean creativity? Let me know. Mistake, yeah, I saw Ajax won 13-0 away from home as well. It was only 4-0 at half-time, so 9 goals in the second half. Pretty crazy. Formidable, yeah, I've mentioned that in my manager video about Nagelsmann. Doesn't surprise me if I'm completely honest. I think he's a really decent manager, and if City wanting to go down a different route, I think he's a manager that I'd like to see City potentially have a look at. Junaid, I'm very well, thank you very much. Thank you for tuning in. How are you? I hope you are well on this fine, cold evening. Mazar, yeah, I'm happy that Foden's starting. Kevin De Bruyne is starting as well. Ferran Torres as well. Needed a little bit more creativity and energy, so yeah, I do agree there. If I had to support another Premier League team, who would it be? I wouldn't. If City went bust and I had to support somebody else, it just wouldn't happen. Would not happen, if I'm completely honest. Happier going there, wanting Manchester City to pick up all them 3 points, which is exactly what we're wanting. Yeah, we've got the UEFA anthem. The teams are out in the fantastic Velodrome in Marseille. Feel free to boo. Boo! Boo! There you go, there's my contribution to the booing there for UEFA. Bring Upamecano, which would be perfect. That's an interesting thought there. Needing high energy, Mazar thinks. I'm thinking we needing more movement, is what I'd like to see. Jeffrey going for, he wanting Ferran Torres to score. That's an interesting one, actually. Who do I think is going to score for Manchester City in this game? I'm going for 2-1 to Manchester City. I don't know much about Marseille and who's going to score for them. I reckon a corner goal. I'm going to go for a Laporte goal and a Phil Foden goal. There we go. Why not? There we go. The boos coming in the chat's what we like to see. Let's get a boo in there. There we go. Get a boo in there. Love to see it. Things you love to see. Ante going for a Sterling double and a Ferran Torres goal as well. Kevin De Bruyne is back. Lots of booing in the chats. Rightio. We're set for kickoff here. The stadium is absolutely stunning. I wasn't sure if there were going to be fans in the stadium today or not. I know France have been working on getting fans into grounds, but it doesn't look like they've got any fans in, which is a shame in my opinion. I like fans being in stadiums. That is only my thoughts though, but I do like fans being in stadiums. Yeah, sooner the better, in my opinion, once it's been deemed that fans can return back into stadiums. Right, so we're preparing now for kickoff. Teams are lining up, the captains are there, all giving them fist bumps to the officials. So we're waiting game now, just doing the coin toss. Stunning stadium. I'm going to say that plenty of times. Stunning stadium. Tell you, if this was a full capacity stadium, this would be a different hostile environment here for Manchester City. But as it is, no fans. May that play to our advantage? Perhaps. Sometimes I feel like it gives you more of an edge having fans there. You want to up your game and put in a good performance. We'll see. We will. We'll see. Right, BT, interestingly, going for a 4-3-1-2 formation. De Bruyne occupying centrally, Foden and Sterling starting up top, and Gundogan and Ferran Torres. I'm not sure that's what City will be playing. I imagine City will be going through several different formations, including a formation on how we play when on the ball and off the ball. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. Right, Marseille currently gathering on the centre circle. I've not got sound on, so I don't know why. Maybe someone could let me know as to what's happening there. The City take a knee. I'm not too sure why City aren't at the centre circle, but there we go. I don't know. I really do not know. Right, anyway, we're set for kickoff here for the Manchester City game away at Olympique de Marseille. It will be City to kick off this game for us. City moving from left to right. Marseille moving from right to left, as we do have kickoff for this game. Manchester City getting us underway through Ferran Torres. I'm not sure. I don't know what the stance is in France, if I'm completely honest. If I'm honest. Right. 25 likes we're already up to, and it's only just kicked off. That's awesome. Thank you very much, everybody. Much appreciated. So, long ball comes forward first for Marseille. It comes off a City head, so it goes out for a throw-in just inside the Manchester City half here. So it's Marseille having the first period of possession for this game. Ball does work its way back to Mandanda. He goes long. Marseille once again pick up win the header, but the flick on is offside, and so it is a free kick here to Manchester City. We get a nice shot of Andre Villas-Boas, the Marseille manager. Once upon a time, Chelsea manager, of course. I remember when Villas-Boas was in demand. Right, so ball comes in for City. Is won. And a shot, early shot from Manchester City does go over the bar on the volley there from Kevin De Bruyne. It is Kevin De Bruyne starting more centrally here for Manchester City. I think that was a header won there by Phil Foden, I think it was. I know Ferran Torres, sorry, and Kevin De Bruyne just blazes that over the bar. It just come off the back of one of the Marseille players, so it is a corner here to Manchester City, as Kevin De Bruyne is going to be taking that. I would like to see him just put a ball in, and he is going to put a ball in, none of this passing around. So the corner goes in. It's not a bad ball. It's headed back across. Cleared by Marseille, and a free kick is given eventually to Marseille, so they can manage to bring the ball away and clear the lines properly here. I think it was a free kick with a foul on Alvaro from Ruben Dias. So there we go. So we're through a couple of minutes here. City have had a shot, blocked and gone over the bar from Kevin De Bruyne on the volley. Once again, another chance here. Raheem Sterling's gone out wide. He's on the right-hand side. Can he get some ball across? He's tackled, and it goes out for a corner here to Manchester City. So, nice positive start from City. Couple of corners and a shot already inside the first 2.5 minutes. It's a decent tackle, that, to be fair, on Raheem Sterling as the ball goes out for a corner, this time on the Manchester City right-hand side, to be taken by Kevin De Bruyne. Again, no passing around. He's going to work a ball into the box, puts the ball in. It's not a bad ball, and it's headed just over the bar there, so another early chance for Manchester City. This time it is Ruben Dias meeting the header and not fouling, and heads it just over the bar. I'm sensing a Man City goal from a corner, that's why I've gone for a Laporte goal. Decent-ish opportunity, that, really, for City. I think Ruben Dias will be disappointed not to have got anything on target there. So the goal kick comes forward from Mandanda. It is cleared. De Bruyne hooks a ball towards Sterling, but is picked up again by Mandanda. It wasn't a bad attempt at trying to find Raheem Sterling off balance. Back turned on the half volley. Nearly paid off, not quite. Mandanda manages to pick up the ball, and he clears his lines now. Rodri wins the header. Second ball is won by Marseille. They get a toe in, so they've got possession. A little bit untidy at the back from Marseille, so Mandanda has to clear, and yeah, off balance, manages to put it out for a throw in there to Manchester City. So City doing a nice bit of early pressing, lots of movement, and City looking very active and looking very positive, which is good to see inside the first 4 minutes of a Champions League game. Difficult game away in France as well here against Marseille. City wanting, that's a terrible, terrible ball from Aymeric Laporte. That's really bad. That was a bad ball there from Laporte. It went straight out for a throw-in. City do press and win the ball high up. Marseille do manage to get a slide tackle in before Manchester City can regain possession through Ruben Dias. Zinchenko now on the left-hand side. So we're through the first 5 minutes. It's Manchester City that have looked the more lively of the two teams here. Seen a header go over the bar shortly before Manchester City had seen a volley go over the bar with a good block from Marseille from a shot from Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne looks to be getting involved in a lot of play at the moment. Ferran Torres looking very lively as well. And like I said, there's a lot more movement here from Manchester City. Interestingly, I'm seeing players switching flanks. Seen Ferran Torres centrally. I've seen him on the right. Zinchenko's got a chance to put the ball in. He chooses not to. Instead, goes to Kevin De Bruyne. No chance for him to put the ball in, so he just continues to work it. So we've seen Ferran Torres go centrally and out wide. Another chance here. City do put the ball in, and it is blocked and out for a corner there for Manchester City. So another corner here for City. So we've seen Torres occupying out wide and through the centre. We've seen Phil Foden going on the left and through the centre. I've seen Kevin De Bruyne going through the centre and drifting out to the left-hand side. And I've seen Raheem Sterling occupying on the right-hand side and through the centre as well. So City looking to keep it unpredictable here as De Bruyne with another corner puts the ball into the box. It's very deep. Beats everybody. City do pick up the loose ball through Ruben Dias. He's tackled and goes out for a goal kick here to Marseille. Ruben Dias not happy about something there. Or is it a free kick that's been given? No, he's given a goal kick. More like a corner, that to me. There we go. Maybe I need my eyes testing. I don't know. Linesman had a good view of that. Anyway, goal kick here to Marseille. Through Mandanda. Going the old traditional route. Clearing the ball. Hoofing it forward. Header won by Manchester City. The loose ball picked up from City as well. Good work from Foden. De Bruyne now. Can he get a ball across? He can. They try and flick it through to Phil Foden, but the run wasn't there, and it's intercepted well by Marseille. Now Marseille can come away with the ball as deflection sees it go out of play from Zinchenko and out for a throw in here to Marseille inside their own half on the right-hand side. So the throw-in's in. Marseille just looking for a bit of possession. They're giving it away again. They're sitting very deep. Not really offering anything offensively here the first 7 minutes or so. As they try and suss Manchester City out. I think now's a good time to go forward and try and score. Always looking for a goal in the first 15 minutes or so. Always puts your opponents under a lot of pressure. City working the ball really nicely. City also looking very lively, not only out wide but through the middle as well. As Raheem Sterling makes a run on the right-hand side. I thought he was going to go more centrally. He wants a corner. A goal kick is given instead. So Sterling's not happy about something. I think he might be unhappy about potentially a foul not being given further up the pitch. Moaning about something. Goal kick though here to Marseille. Mandanda once again just going to hoof the ball forward. Clear the lines, taking no chances. Once again, ball is won by Manchester City head and the loose second ball is won by City once more. And City come away with possession once more. I wonder how long it's going to take for Marseille to realise actually that their balls forward isn't really working and they're going to have to start maybe working the ball at the back. Otherwise, they're just going to keep conceding possession. You're going to keep doing that. At some point, City will tire out and they'll start to force mistakes. There's too much quality in that City team. As a ball is attempted by De Bruyne to be threaded through across the field. He's blocked and out for a throw into City as the throw-in's taken quickly. City bring the ball forward through Ruben Dias, who works the ball now to Kyle Walker on the right-hand side. Walker having a bit of a run forward, manages to get a deflection out for a throw in here to Manchester City just by the corner flag inside the Marseille half. He's currently, after 10 minutes or so here, Olympique de Marseille 0, Manchester City 0. Poor throwing from Manchester City means Marseille can come away with the ball, but a good interception from Kyle Walker from his initial throwing mistake means City win the ball back, so no damage done as City bring the ball forward now through Oleksandr Zinchenko. Now, Phil Foden, can he find any space? No, Zinchenko tries to work a ball across. Eventually it is cleared by Marseille though. City again pressing, winning the ball back quickly. Raheem Sterling on the right hand side into the penalty area, twisting, turning. Can he get a shot? Can he get a shot? De Bruyne can, it's blocked. Once again, City looking to press and try and force the mistake. De Bruyne tries this time. A good little bit of good little flick here from Marseille means they can regain possession. Looking for a free kick, working the ball on the wing. Keep the ball in, goes down, and a free kick is going to be given there to Marseille from a foul from Kyle Walker. Good work that by the Marseille player. I'm no expert, so I don't know who they are. I'll try my best. Good work that by Raheem Sterling. De Bruyne just couldn't connect well with his shot, and it was easily blocked in the end, his initial shot. So City have looked very lively these first 11 minutes. Lots of movement, looking very crisp, very fresh, trying to make things happen, but they've not, for their dominance, made it count. They've not tested Mandanda. They've had a couple of shots that have gone over the bar. As a ball comes in from Marseille, it's blocked from Raheem Sterling. Once again, another ball goes in. Zinchenko manages to win the ball. As Manchester City, with a missed pass from Marseille, means they can bring the ball forward through Phil Foden on the counter-attack into De Bruyne. The pass is too heavy to De Bruyne, so he can't control it, which means Marseille do come away with the ball here. Surely a free kick's going to be given. No, referee looked like a tug there as Manchester City come away with the ball now. It's a bit of a poor pass. A slide tackle goes in. City choose to keep hold of possession here instead. So City on the left-hand side, another chance for potentially to put a ball into the box. They choose not to. They instead choose to work it, centralise it and go backwards to Ruben Dias. Now Kyle Walker. City looking, not doing as many touches with the ball. One touch, pass, go. One touch, pass, go. Lots of movement here from City. It's good to see. And there's plenty of space, I will say, as well, for City if they want it. Just need to make sure their passing is pinpoint. So good ball forward here. Ferran Torres. Gundogan now. Good defending there from Marseille to force Manchester City backward through Ilkay Gundogan. He switches the play. Zinchenko now moves it to the left-hand side. De Bruyne. No chance for him to put a ball in, so City centralising it again. Gundogan now. Walker. Raheem Sterling. I said City look very active and moving a lot, but when it gets to the final third, there doesn't seem to be any movement. It seems very slow as City look to move the ball, working it quickly through Phil Foden now. This is better. Cross ball goes in. Raheem Sterling cannot keep hold of the ball, and the ball does go out of play for a goal kick here to Marseille. It looked like he probably drifted offside, if I'm completely honest there. But still, not a bad little phase that for Manchester City. City are looking active. City are moving. They are trying. Certainly, in my opinion, a better start to this game than the start that we'd made against West Ham at the weekend. As we're currently now over 30 likes and 40 people tuning in. So thank you very much for that. It's a great ball. Phil Foden takes a first-time shot, and Mandanda does have a save to make this time, albeit it is straight at his midsection. But still, nonetheless, a shot is a shot. Good connection there from Foden. It is just straight at the keeper at the near post on his stronger left foot. Don't blame him for going for goal. So there we go. As Marseille hoof the ball forward and Ruben Dias calmly and collectively just takes control of the situation and the ball and allows Manchester City to come away with the ball and work the ball for another attack. Ruben Dias, once again, looking solid. I'm confident he's going to be a really good signing here for Manchester City. Keep him injury free, and I think we've got ourselves a right-sided centre-back that is of good top quality. And I think in the long term could form a really decent partnership with Aymeric Laporte. Like I said, injury pending. That's with Laporte as well. So City working the ball on the right-hand side. Marseille haven't really come forward and asked many questions here in Manchester City. It's been more about what can Man City do. As on the left-hand side, Zinchenko, Raheem Sterling. There is a runner on his right-hand side. He is tackled, though. Marseille can come away with the ball. It's, once again, a bit sloppy from Marseille in possession. That looked like it possibly hit an arm. Don't seem to be many appeals, though, and play continues here for Manchester City. As we're through 15 minutes here. Marseille 0, Manchester City 0. Phil Foden now on the left-hand side. Zinchenko, Phil Foden. They move it centrally. Ruben Dias. Kyle Walker now. Raheem Sterling. Is there a runner? There is. Ilkay Gundogan. Goes for the near post. It's not a bad ball across the box. There is no one to collect it. Zinchenko collects it at the far post. He puts another ball across. And it's not cleared here by Marseille. They eventually do bring the ball clear. A good couple of testing balls into the box there from Manchester City. Eventually is dealt with by Marseille. As once again, Marseille player goes to ground. Looking this time for a free kick. And once again, picking up a free kick for their team to allow them a bit of respite here. So it's a decent ball in from Zinchenko. Mandanda comes for it, doesn't get to it. The defender then cannot clear his lines and it just ping-pongs a little bit before they eventually do clear their line. So a good couple of balls in to the box from Manchester City, which is good to see. Manchester City, when they get a bit clueless, tend to just put crosses in, which, considering players aren't the tallest at Man City, it's not something I agree with. To put crosses in, they need to be pinpoint accurate. They need to be very good balls in. They need to be testing, challenging balls into the box, which them 2 crosses that City just put in were. They asked questions not only of the keeper, but of the defence. Unfortunately, there wasn't an attacking player in either situation there ready to slot the ball home for Manchester City. As this free kick from Marseille does come in, it pings around. Marseille collect the ball on the right hand, Manchester City right hand side, their left hand side. They put a ball into the box, which is collected by Ruben Dias, who just volleys the ball clear. Mandanda collects the ball high up, 30 yards out of his goal, clears the ball. Manchester City pick up the loose ball though and look to build up another attack here. Left-hand side again from Manchester City. They're going to go right, they're going to go left. Centralising it now. They're moving to the right-hand side. So it's Kevin De Bruyne that's now moved to the right-hand side from the left-hand side. See? The players are moving around. It's what I like to see. Keeping things unpredictable here. When we're not playing with a striker, I don't think that it should just be Raheem Sterling starting up front. I think it should be each player picking and choosing when they want to move. If they want to go on the right, left or centre, let them choose as the game develops. Zinchenko tries to play a pass across. Doesn't work. Given away. Collected. Surely a goal here for Manchester City, and it is. It's 1-0 Manchester City. It's as simple as that. It's a mistake from Marseille at the back. It's capitalised by Manchester City through Kevin De Bruyne, who squares the ball across, and it is that man that I've been calling to start for Manchester City, Ferran Torres, with the opening goal here in France. De Bruyne picks up the ball, perfectly onside, first time finish, as cool as you like. Ferran Torres, brilliant from Manchester City. It is Olympique de Marseille 0, Manchester City 1. Really good goal that from Manchester City. A really good goal. Well worked. It was the defensive mistake that City's been looking for, and City do capitalise. And it's not only nice to see Ferran Torres scoring, it's also really nice to see Kevin De Bruyne once again coming back from an injury and assisting for Manchester City. How may Kevin De Bruyne assist you? Just the start we've been looking for through 19 minutes of the game. It is Manchester City that take the lead here in France. So unlike the last couple of games where we've gone behind, City do take the lead. And now what you're looking for is that killer second goal. Excuse me. A good first time finish that from Ferran Torres. Very composed. Maybe Torres is the answer City's been looking for up front. A quick, pacey, calm, collective, good finisher of the football up top. Why not? So it's City once again building up from the back. Looking for another attack, looking for that second goal. That will settle the players down. It will make them feel better. In my opinion, 19 minutes in, we have been the better team. We deserve our lead, and we have the lead. As a pass is intercepted from Ilkay Gundogan from Marseille, as they now look to try and string a couple of passes together and try and launch some kind of attack on Manchester City. At the moment, a bit too sloppy at the back, and it has been capitalised. Taking the risk. They are running the risks. As a free kick is given there to Marseille. Just inside their own half on the edge of the centre circle after an initial foul there from Rodri as he does step on the boot of the Marseille player. Really good finish that from Ferran Torres. Fully deserved for Manchester City, in my opinion, that we have the lead through the first 20 minutes. It is Olympique de Marseille in France 0, Manchester City 1 in this Group C match day 2 group stage match of the Champions League. City obviously beat FC Porto in our last game in the Champions League by 3-1 at the Etihad Stadium. Playing our first away game, looking to try and push forward in the Champions League, and I imagine that looking at the group, City will be wanting to try and get qualification sorted sooner rather than later is what I'd be looking for, and I'd be looking to try and get first place sealed up sooner rather than later, so when we do get into them difficult last couple of games which are at the beginning of December, that Manchester City can perhaps rest some players and move our focus towards other priorities such as the Premier League, as Raheem Sterling does really well here. An initial pass given away, collects the ball, does his tricks and flicks, and manages to win a free kick here for Manchester City just on the edge of the penalty area. It is out wide, so it is a chance here for City to put a ball into the box rather than having a shot. Although, if it is Kevin De Bruyne taking, you can't rule out him potentially having a cross-come shot here. It is going to be Kevin De Bruyne. To be fair, if you're going to have a shot, I would have thought the left footer, so I imagine this is probably going to be a ball into the box. Perhaps City might have a look at this near post, I would have thought. I'd have perhaps been tempted to move either Laporte or Dias towards the front post and try and get them to flick something on. By the looks of things, City going for the back post and the centre area rather than the near post, but there we go. So it is De Bruyne. What is City going to do? Is he going to pass it? Is he going to cross it? He's going to shoot. Ball goes into the box. It's a great ball, and it is. Oh, it's unlucky there from Aymeric Laporte. He tries to pick up the ball and just stab it home for Manchester City. He isn't able to do so. Takes a deflection and goes straight into the arms of Mandanda as they bring the ball clear. Wasn't a million miles away there from City, and it was another good ball in from Kevin De Bruyne trying to get his second assist of the game. So over 50 people tuning in now, so that is much appreciated. Got 37 likes, so if you're watching this live stream, you're enjoying the live stream and my coverage, then make sure that you do help me out by leaving a thumbs up and subscribe as well. If you are new around here, that would be much appreciated. We're on that big push towards 14,000 subscribers, and we're not that far away. We're less than 200 subscribers away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Another attack from Manchester City coming down the left-hand side. City have looked very threatening down this left-hand side. It's good to see as Marseille do eventually pick up the ball and bring the ball clear. It's all about if City can press and force their mistakes just like we did for the goal. Marseille haven't looked very comfortable on the ball. They haven't been able to string more than 2 or 3 passes together. They just look shaky. They look like they don't know what they're doing. They're just working the ball back to the keeper for the keeper to boot the ball clear and City to mop it up is how the game's been working at this moment in time. As Marseille are furious there that they wanted a free kick for an initial header challenge with Kyle Walker, who pulled out the challenge, takes the impact and goes to ground looking for a free kick. Referee not giving any of it and goes out for a throw-in to Manchester City. So it's been a good performance, this, from City, in my opinion, so far. It's been a really good performance. I think we deserve our lead, and it's nice to see that we're looking very dangerous, not only through our attacking abilities, but also in our ability to press, force mistakes, and capitalise upon them mistakes. Something... we didn't do that much against West Ham, if I'm honest, forcing the issue and trying to force the mistakes and ask the questions, whereas here it's been very in your face from Manchester City, and considering we've got no striker, it's looked very refreshing. Raheem Sterling seems to be occupying the right wing more, and Ferran Torres in the striker, and like I said, that might be something City potentially look for, with Gabriel Jesus still being a couple of weeks away and Sergio Aguero being injured for what I would expect to probably be a few weeks, if I'm honest. He's apparently out of the November internationals, so we're not going to have him back until middle to end of November. So we're looking at 4 weeks, so maybe Ferran Torres is that answer that we've been looking for. De Bruyne, very unlucky that, very unlucky. So a good ball was played across to Raheem Sterling. He plays the ball first time on the volley to De Bruyne, and De Bruyne looked to play it first time back to Sterling to set him away, and it was well read and well intercepted actually by Marseille. That is a great touch from Phil Foden on the left-hand side. Ball was cleared by Marseille in the air and just controlled it lovely with his left foot. Brilliant bit of control from the young England international. Feels good to say that. De Bruyne, great ball. Phil Foden does eventually pick up the loose ball. Zinchenko misses the ball a little bit, and Marseille now can clear their lines. City definitely growing in confidence, trying some audacious passes here as the ball goes out for a throw-in to Marseille. Much to the disappointment there of Manchester City makeshift left-back Oleksandr Zinchenko. De Bruyne going for an audacious chip assist there. Just a little bit too much on it, so Phil Foden had to control it with the outside of his foot and take it away from goal, and take him away from goal ultimately as well. I think De Bruyne was looking for that to be perfectly in the channel there for Phil Foden, for him to maybe even take on a first-time volley. A little bit too much on it though. As City come away with the ball once again, it's that man De Bruyne puts the ball out of play as there is a Marseille player down needing a little bit of treatment. So we've got the physio coming on. I think it's Thauvin that's gone down, and it is the attacker for Marseille. Went down under an initial challenge there from Ilkay Gundogan. Might just be a bit sore, that perhaps. I wouldn't have thought it's enough for him to maybe come off. Yeah, it looked perfectly fine. He's just walking a little gingerly. And Andre Villas-Boas is just giving an instruction to one of the Marseille players. As Marseille do pick up the ball and give the ball back to Manchester City. And City can build up the next attack. So it's down the left-hand side once again from Manchester City here. We're through 27 minutes in this match. It's Oleksandr Zinchenko with the ball. It's Marseille 0, Manchester City 1 here. Nice bit of work play there. It's unlucky. Going for a cross ball pitch across to Raheem Sterling. I tell you what, I've been calling for Raheem Sterling to go back onto the right hand side, and I think he's looked a lot better and a lot more dangerous on that right hand side. Doesn't involve any of this cutting in and all of that rubbish. It doesn't need it. Doesn't need it. Raheem Sterling's a dynamic, quick player. Put him on the right hand side. If City can thread the ball through and get him on the counter attack, and he's automatically already on his stronger right foot. If he needs to take the ball away from a player and use his pace to get past a player, then he can. Whereas if he's on the left hand side, he's thinking about perhaps cutting in because he's not on his stronger foot. And he doesn't want to put a ball in with his left foot if he can avoid it. There's a good counter attack opportunity, a chance here for Marseille to come forward. They do play it forward down the right-hand side, so a chance here for them to put a ball into the Manchester City box. They do. Straight into the gloves of Ederson. So Marseille, a chance for them finally to come forward. I feel like they're going to need to be clinical if they're going to want to gain anything from this match. A chance there to put in a quality ball. And it's just straight into the gloves of Ederson. And so that means City can work the ball and work for their next attack. The solid Ruben Dias on the ball. He brings the ball forward. Laporte now with a poor pass out for a throw in here to Marseille. Mandanda now. He's forced to go long. Gives the ball away. There's the mistake. Kevin De Bruyne, the captain for this evening, plays a nice 1-2 there with Ferran Torres. It's on the right-hand side. Raheem Sterling. De Bruyne has gone down in a heap of pain. That's not good. He remains down. Marseille haven't put the ball out. De Bruyne is doing a bit of stretching. Play continues here. City do win the ball back. City choose not to put the ball out of play, so I presume that Kevin De Bruyne is okay. No, Ederson does volley the ball straight to a Marseille play. He hasn't put the ball out. Kevin De Bruyne is still down. Has play stopped now? Looks in a bit of pain here, Kevin De Bruyne. Last thing City need is a Kevin De Bruyne injury. I did say before the game that it's a risk to play Kevin De Bruyne. Bit of a nasty one. Studs come up onto his boot. Bit of a follow through there. It's a free kick. I'm not sure why a free kick's not been given. De Bruyne is not happy with the referee. My opinion, it's a free kick for Manchester City. Potentially a yellow card, nothing more. Kevin De Bruyne though does look okay, thankfully, and play will resume. As Marseille pick up the ball. Man City looking to try and press immediately and put them under pressure. Can they find a mistake? No, Marseille do really well to thread a ball through. Now there's an attack. Ruben Dias goes one-on-one with a player, makes the interception, and it will go out for a goal kick to Manchester City. I was expecting a corner to be given there, but it does go out for a goal kick to Manchester City. Good bit of defending that from the Portuguese. It was a goal kick. That's a good decision. Good bit of defending that from the Portuguese international Ruben Dias, Manchester City signing. Great ball now. Raheem Sterling, right-hand side, counter-attack. Great ball from Ederson. Sterling takes a touch, right foot, twist, turns. Any support? Can he get anything? No. No, that's poor from Kevin De Bruyne. Tries a ball to the dink to the back post. No, not really there. I think Raheem Sterling takes a touch rather than putting the ball into the box. Wasn't really a chance there for him to have a go at goal. Never mind. Been very good this for Manchester City in this first half. 32 minutes in. It's Marseille 0, Manchester City 1. And City have looked very good, in my opinion. Very good. Like I said, that killer second goal, really. Anyway, Marseille now come away with the ball in the middle. They work the ball down the left-hand side. It's blocked by Kyle Walker and goes out for a throw into Marseille. So a chance here for them to string some passes together and try and get an attacking play go or make something happen. At the moment, all Marseille's done is put a cross in to Ederson. A chance here on the right-hand side for them to put another cross in. They're choosing to work the ball. They're going to have to move it centrally. They do. Not too much movement here for Marseille. But they're in a good position. Player goes down. Referee doesn't give a free kick. Would have been a pretty dangerous area for a free kick. City instead choose to play. Instead of choosing to clear their lines. And it looks like it's going to be the right decision as Phil Foden, referee's probably going to play advantage. Should have a free kick there. Instead, no free kick given. And Marseille come away with the ball. It's a bit weird. A bit strange, but yeah, there we go. Marseille have got the ball. Now it's Manchester City making the challenge and City winning the ball back. City been very aggressive this first half with their tackling, which is good to see. City playing in their black kit. Very nice black kit. I think it's Man City's best kit that we've got this season, in my opinion. Looks very smart. Laporte now. Working the ball into the Manchester City with some attacking intent. Ball works its way to the right-hand side. De Bruyne tries to put a ball in. It's cleared at the near post by Marseille. Ball goes out for a throw-in though, so another mistake there from Marseille means Manchester City could potentially here build up an attack. They take the throw-in quickly and work the ball backwards. So City now choosing to go down the left-hand side through Oleksandr Zinchenko. Phil Foden stretching the pitch, making it nice and big. Works the ball with a 1-2 there. With Aymeric Laporte. Drop my lid, my drink. I'll get it at half time. The joys of being live there. Drop my lid and it's gone all the way downstairs. Anyway, City put a ball into near the penalty area. Oh, it's going to give that away. Ferran Torres picks the ball up. Zinchenko! Oh, it's just wide! Desperately unlucky that from Oleksandr Zinchenko to have potentially doubled the lead there for Manchester City. Great work by Ferran Torres. He nearly had himself an assist. Oh, it's hit the outside of the post. It hits the outside of the post and goes wide. That is really unlucky from Zinchenko. Marseille now have a chance. They come forward. Kyle Walker, though, covers ground. Isn't going to go out for a corner. Keeps the ball in play. Kicks the ball off the Marseille player and goes out for a goal kick to Manchester City. Danger averted there. So at the moment, Marseille's had no attempts. You know what's going to happen. One shot, one on target, one goal. We all know that's coming. It's important that before that does come, City can get that killer second goal. So City now trying to build up another attack. We're through 36 minutes here. Marseille 0, Manchester City 1. It's a poor giveaway from Manchester City. Ball comes forward. Ederson picks up the ball just like a midfielder playing in goal. Just coolly passes the ball into midfield and averts all the danger as Manchester City pick up a free kick just inside their own half near the centre circle here. Ilkay Gundogan looks in a bit of pain. I apologise for the yawning, I'm tired. Great effort that from Zinchenko. Clips, literally just brushes the outside of the post. Would have been a great goal if that had found the bottom corner. Would have been a pinpoint finish as well. Walker now. Centralising himself. Works the ball out wide. De Bruyne. Raheem Sterling, De Bruyne again. Nothing much for Manchester City up top, so they choose to instead play the ball backwards and work it now down the left-hand side. Ilkay Gundogan. He's got the run of Zinchenko. There's no space for him to put a ball in, so he chooses to go back to Gundogan. Gundogan twists, turns, takes his man on. Just impact that and goes out for a goal kick there to Marseille. Yeah, Ilkay Gundogan felt like he was blocked off once a free kick. I think it's a bit of a weak one to get a free kick on, in my opinion. Remains Marseille 0, Manchester City 1 here. As Marseille now work their goal kick forward after Mandanda passed it. Into midfield. It is won by Rodri. Can he get it to Raheem Sterling? He can. And De Bruyne. Oh, it's unlucky. Raheem Sterling again. It's unlucky from City. I feel like City we're playing a lot quicker, but I feel like we're rushing some bits of play. It doesn't need rushing. As a slide tackle goes in and a free kick given to Marseille from a slide tackle from Ilkay Gundogan. Doesn't win the ball, takes the man. Yeah, free kick in my opinion. Referee chooses, I think, to keep his hands in his pocket and not give a yellow card there. So ball gets worked into the box from Marseille. It's cleared by Manchester City. Fully cleared this time down the left-hand side. And the loose ball is going to be picked up by City, but it is intercepted by Marseille before Mandanda can bring the ball away with a coolly, calm, collective, on the volley pass out from the back. Got to love a little bit of modern-day football and goalkeeping, if I'm honest. Cool as you like from Mandanda. Marseille now have the ball in the middle. It is still Marseille 0, Manchester City 1. Marseille still looking for their first shot of the game. It's poor. They just play a pass forward, hits it out wide, hoping it just goes straight to a Manchester City player and City can launch their next attack. Come through Kyle Walker after a little bit of a wide pass there from I think it was it Aymeric Laporte or Rodri? It was one of the two. Zinchenko now picks up the ball. Drives forward. He's picked up now at the back. Ruben Dias, Gundogan, Walker, Sterling down the right-hand side. Is he going to have a run? He's going to centralise it and pass. Walker switches the play. Will be won by Marseille, but the second ball's picked up by Manchester City. It is Ferran Torres. He loses the ball. Marseille come away with the ball. It's a good tackle from Ilkay Gundogan. I feel like if that was mistimed and doesn't get the ball, he'd probably get a yellow card, but he gets it right. Foden now into the penalty area. Gundogan, Foden. Good little bit of passing and passage of play here from Manchester City. City do work the ball backwards though, and it does allow Marseille to get back into shape and get men back. Gundogan now, down the left-hand side, tries to fire a ball across and does. No one there for Manchester City and the ball does go out of play. Too much on that, too heavy from Ilkay Gundogan. Not a horrendous ball in, but no one at the back post. Comfortably goes out for a throw-in to Marseille. Play some risky passes, Marseille, aren't they? So we're nearing in on 50 likes now, nearly to halfway to our like goal for this live stream. And we're not even at half time yet, we're only 41 minutes in, so that's fantastic as we've got over 40 people tuning in. So welcome everybody, thank you everyone for tuning in, it's much appreciated by me. I'm hoping you are enjoying the live stream so far. As Marseille have their first shot, it does go straight into the hands of Ederson. A shot out from around 30 yards out or so. Tame effort through the legs of Rodri. I don't think Ederson's going to have a more comfortable save to make, you wouldn't think, in this match. So they do finally have a shot. It is one shot, one on target, and most importantly, isn't a goal. It remains Marseille 0, Manchester City 1. So De Bruyne now on the right-hand side to Kyle Walker. Moves it back to Ruben Dias. Can Ruben Dias play a ball forward? No, goes sideways to Walker, who plays it back to Diaz. Sideways back to Laporte. All Manchester City coasting here towards half-time, perhaps. No real urgency. It has been a high-energy half here from Manchester City. Yeah. Like I said, I could accuse of coasting here. Not too much movement from City. City happy to keep hold of the ball. There's 2 minutes or so left, 2.5 minutes left of this half in normal time. Can City maybe muster up an attack if there is a little bit more movement here, perhaps? Gundogan's been very lively in this game. Zinchenko's been making himself known. Raheem Sterling's looked livelier on the right-hand side. Kevin De Bruyne has looked good. I think special shout-out has to go to the man that got the goal, Ferran Torres, though. He's looked very good for Manchester City up top. When there's lots of movement, it seems to suit him, so that is good. So less than 2 minutes remaining of this half. Zinchenko now to Ilkay Gundogan, takes a heavy touch. Phil Foden picks up the ball. Zinchenko. Ball is picked up by Aymeric Laporte on the left-hand side. Works the ball well to Ilkay Gundogan. He finds Kyle Walker in a central position. Moves it out wide. Raheem Sterling. Centralises it once more. City have held the ball now here for, what, a minute and a half here. Marseille not really near it. As City looking to try and have a sprint finish at the end of this first half. Still 1-0 ahead. On the left-hand side, through Laporte and Zinchenko exchanging passes. Raheem Sterling decided to get in on the act and drop deeper. He's moved himself central now. Phil Foden on the left-hand side. Gundogan has no desire to put a ball into the box, just continues to play here. City kept possession here for over a couple of minutes. Marseille nearly come away with the ball. They eventually do pick up after a loose pass in the final third. It is only to be cleared and picked up again by City though. Been a scintillating, dominating display this from Manchester City in the first half. Chance for a ball to come in. Goes out for a corner kick here to Manchester City. Not too sure how long it's going to be added on. At most, you would think probably a minute. So if there's nothing to be added on, this will be, you would think, a last opportunity for Manchester City of this half. It is a corner on Manchester City's left-hand side. It is going to be that man that's already got an assist in this game, Kevin De Bruyne, taking this corner. City sending their big men forward. Rodri, Ruben Dias, Aymeric Laporte, all forward here for Manchester City. De Bruyne now puts a ball into the box. Doesn't really beat the near post. It's headed clear as we enter into 1 minute of added on time as Kevin De Bruyne wins the ball back with a nice challenge after the initial header was won by Marseille from that corner. Ball gets played across. De Bruyne picks up the ball once more. Can he get any space? Finds Gundogan. Kyle Walker chooses to stretch the pitch. Gundogan, I'm not sure if he spotted the run there or not. Would have been a good option. Instead, we've got, 30 seconds or so left here to see if Manchester City can muster up any more opportunities from this game. Laporte now works it to the left-hand side as we've seen so many times. Zinchenko, any movement here, late movement from Manchester City. A ball does come into Ferran Torres. He cannot control the ball and it is cleared by Marseille as we enter into the last 10 seconds of this half. Marseille choose to switch play, which should see us now into half-time, and does. So it is Olympique de Marseille 0, Manchester City 1 here, half-time. It's looking good for Manchester City at this moment in time. Rest in peace, GC's lid. Yes! I will go and get it. I will revive, okay? It will be back. Mohamed going for 3-0 to Manchester City. I think City just need that killer second goal. I've said this many times, probably a couple of seasons ago, where City have looked very good in the first half. We've got the lead, and all we're looking for now is that next goal, that killer second goal. That killer second goal, in my opinion, will kill this game. City, if we can score next, would be fantastic. I would have thought that City would be able to continue their domination and move on from there. But it's been a very good performance this from Manchester City. There's lots of movement. They're looking more aggressive with their tackles. They're showing a lot more pace. I think this has been a very good performance from City. I'm sitting here happy with how City have performed in that first half. I'll have a look at the stats, see if it's backing up the confidence that I do have. So City, away from home, 68% possession, 6 shots, 2 on target, and a goal. For the possession that we've had, you'd have thought that City would have a bit more possession. City, though, seem to be very careful. What City are doing very well is being aggressive when Marseille's got the ball and looking to force the mistake. So it's one of these games, I think, where City aren't going to be able to create an abundance of opportunities, but I think the game is there for City to create 4 or 5 good opportunities and a chance then for Manchester City to potentially score, you would think, 2 or 3 goals. We've created 1 opportunity and put that ball into the back of the net, which is ultimately the stat that does matter. Passing percent, completion rate, 81% from Olympique de Marseille, so that's all right. But they just look very sloppy at the back. That's my opinion. 92% possession, pass completion rate here from Manchester City. Not 92% possession. That'd be extreme domination. But City's passing has looked slick. They look comfortable. There's lots of movement. It's good to see. 50% tackle completion rate. I thought that had been a little bit higher there from City, considering how good it seems that we have been with our tackling compared with Marseille's 36%. An aerial duelled one is 58% for Marseille and just 42% for Manchester City. I thought aerial duels, when Marseille have chosen to pump the ball forward, seems the majority of the time be won by Manchester City, and City picking up them loose balls. So there we go. That's from what I've watched, not being backed up with the stats. 5 fouls won for Marseille compared with 2 of Manchester City. Both goalkeepers have had a save to make in this game. The game is far from a classic, but it looks comfortable. And like I said, the only thing I'm looking for in this second half is Manchester City finding that second goal and hopefully killing the game. So yeah, I would like to know your thoughts now on this game in the chat. That would be much appreciated. And also the people that are tuning in, we've got nearly 50 people tuning in. If you are watching this and you are enjoying the live stream, then please help support this live stream by leaving a thumbs up. That would be much appreciated. We are aiming for this stream to get minimum 100 likes, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Riffish, I'm just on some juice. I'm just on some Vimto. Nothing extravagant today. Lava, thank you for tuning in. Thank you very much. Appreciate your love and support. Prince going for Manchester City to win this game and Ferran Torres to get 2 goals. That's a good prediction. Gaming going for 3-1 to Manchester City. Remember the good old days of getting angry because we've not scored 5 goals. Getting angry because we've not scored enough. What have we got to nitpick at? That we've not clinical enough and we've scored 2 or 3 times and we should have scored 5 or 6. Got to love a good nitpick. Why don't I change my haircut? Because I'm happy with my hair. I like my hair. I'm happy with how it is. So I'm going to browse on Twitter, seeing what everyone's saying. So firstly, let's speak about Barcelona and Bartomeu. This does affect Manchester City, by the way. I'm glad that Jean pointed that out, the thoughts on Messi coming to Manchester City in January now. I would say that with Bartomeu leaving, if Messi does still want to leave, I would say it makes it more likely for Messi to join Manchester City in January. What I will say with Bartomeu leaving, though, it also makes it more likely now that Lionel Messi will choose to stay at Barcelona and sign a new contract. So we'll have to see what Messi's thoughts are and who does become the new Barcelona president. I don't think they're going to have the election for, I was reading, I think it could be anything from the next 40 days to the next 3 months. So if it is that latter of 3 months, then that will go into January. And I think Barcelona will definitely want to keep hold of Lionel Messi right up until the end of his contract into next summer. So I don't think that Messi will become a Manchester City player in January. I do think that we'll be linked. Manchester City, of course, can speak with Lionel Messi in January about signing a pre-contract agreement. And if I was Manchester City, I certainly would be speaking with Lionel Messi to see what his thoughts are, see how he's feeling, and if he still would be interested in joining Manchester City or not, is what I would be looking towards. Like I said, I think it's more likely that he would join Manchester City with Bartomeu leaving because their president would allow him to leave. A new president, that would be part of the backing of the players that they'd be looking for. However, I also think that if Lionel Messi does get what he wants and what he's looking for, I think he'll like that freedom. And like I said, that then makes it more likely that he may sign a new contract and stay at Barcelona. So we'll see what happens there. I'll be completely honest, as much as I'd love to see Lionel Messi at Manchester City, and don't get me wrong, if it's doable for Manchester City, I really hope we put out the stops there to make it happen, because I would like to see Lionel Messi in the sky blue of Manchester City, even if he is past it. It's Lionel Messi. However, if we don't sign Lionel Messi, I would like to see us try and build around a squad, find our long-term Sergio Aguero replacement, use that money that we'd be spending on Messi's wages and fees and all that other stuff and agent fees and everything to go out there and go and sign a good quality long-term replacement. Who that may be, I don't know. Like I said, I'd like Haaland. I don't think that's going to be doable with Raiola being his agent, but there's other players that City have previously been linked with that includes players like Lautaro Martinez that we've been linked with, Joao Felix as well, so I'd hope that City at some point would be having a look at this. That may come in the summer. One thing's for sure. Found it interesting actually what Pep Guardiola said. Pep said that City couldn't afford to bring in a new striker, so City acting cheap, and if City are going to go for their normal policy of refusing to pay over 50 to 60 million pound to sign a striker, they're going to struggle to find a striker for a great quality striker. And Pep's own words saying he's looking for a striker of Aguero and Jesus' quality. Well, quality strikers aren't cheap. Goal scoring strikers are not going to be cheap, and City will have to spend that little bit more. And I reckon if City want a high quality, top quality striker by next summer, if that man isn't going to be Lionel Messi, then Manchester City, in my opinion, are going to need to be shelling out, I would have thought, 80 plus million pound. You could even be looking towards 100 million pound. That's the quality that we'd be looking for. City may choose to go for a second rated striker and go for a bit cheaper, the 50-60 million pound one, but that to me isn't what we need. That's my opinion though. So yeah, that's my thoughts. So we're going to have a look at back to football, back to Manchester City in Champions League. Going to have a look now at what's happening with the scores from around Europe and also in the Football League as well, because I am always interested in that. So firstly, it's finished in Ukraine. Shakhtar Donetsk 0. I've got a soft spot for Shakhtar, I'll be completely honest, because of City playing them so many times. Inter Milan 0. Good point that for Shakhtar, and I imagine Inter won't be too disappointed with a point, with a difficult away game with quite a bit of travelling there. It's also finished in Russia. Lokomotiv Moscow 1, Bayern Munich 2. Bayern Munich took the lead before an equaliser in the second half from Lokomotiv Moscow before, not late, but late-ish, 79th minute, saw a Kimmich goal win that for Bayern Munich. Excuse me. It's currently, let's have a look at Manchester City's group first. In Portugal, it is FC Porto 1 at half-time, Olympiacos 0. The goal coming through Vieira on 11 minutes in Manchester City's group. In the other games, it's Atalanta 0, Ajax 2. Ajax on buzzing at this moment in time from their 13-0 win at the weekend. Crazy result after following a loss at home against Liverpool, needing points, needing a win, a difficult match in Italy against free-scoring, attacking Atalanta. Ajax will be very happy with that first half being 2-0 up. That would be a very good result if they can hold on and win that game. Currently in Madrid, it's Atletico Madrid 1, Red Bull Salzburg 1. Bit of a surprise results on the cards at this moment in time for that game. It's also Anfield, Liverpool 0, Midtjylland 0. So amazed Midtjylland's held out for one half. Can they pull off an upset there and potentially pick up a point or even win? That would be unthinkable. It's also Borussia Mönchengladbach 1, Real Madrid 0. So quite a few shocks on the cards at this moment in time. A goal coming through Thuram for Mönchengladbach, and of course it's currently Marseille 0, Manchester City 1. In the Championship, if you are interested, it is Barnsley 3, Queen's Park Rangers 0 full time. Good result that for Barnsley. It's Blackburn Rovers 1, Reading 3, Brentford 1, Norwich 0, Middlesbrough 0, Coventry City 0, Swansea City 1, Stoke City 0, and Wycombe Wanderers 0, Watford 1. Some full-time results in League 1. It's currently AFC Wimbledon 1, Blackpool 0, Bristol Rovers 1, Hull City 3, Charlton Athletic 2, Oxford United 0, Crewe Alexandra 0, Lincoln City 1, Ipswich Town 1, Gillingham 0, Milton Keynes Dons 2, Wigan Athletic 0, and Peterborough 2, Burton Albion 2. They're all full-time results. The match between Swindon and Accrington Stanley has been postponed. I'm not too sure why. It just says other. And some later scores in League 2. It's currently Fleetwood Town 1, Shrewsbury Town 0. Plymouth Argyle 1, Doncaster Rovers 0. Portsmouth 3, Northampton 0, so Portsmouth cruising towards 3 points. And Rochdale 2, Sunderland 2. I'm just going to have a look at that Rochdale one, see if a couple of the Manchester City youngsters are starting still for Rochdale in that difficult home match against Sunderland. So yeah, Bazunu is in goal there for Rochdale, so some good experiences there for him. And other Manchester City player isn't currently playing. Is he on the bench? No, not too sure what's happening, whether he's getting minutes or not there for Rochdale. So there we go. Into League 2, Crawley Town 4, Tranmere Rovers 0, Bolton Wanderers 1, Bradford City 0, Carlisle 3, Morecambe 1, Forest Green Rovers 1, Grimsby Town 0, Harrogate Town 0, Stevenage 0. They're all full time. It's currently latest score must be closing in on full time for Mansfield Town 2, Barrow 4. Newport County 2, Colchester 1's a full time result. Port Vale 2, Cheltenham 1, Southend 1, Oldham 2, and Walsall 0, Cambridge United 2 are all full time results too, as the match between Scunthorpe and Salford City has been postponed over as well. So maybe that's something to do with the weather as well. Shall we do the National League? Yeah, well, let's clean sweep it. Why not? So Wrexham 0, Barnet 0. That's full-time finished. It's currently Aldershot 1, Torquay United 3, Boreham Wood 1, Woking 0, Bromley 2, Weymouth 1, Dover 2, Eastleigh 1. FC Halifax and Notts County's game has been postponed over as well. Hartlepool United 1, Altrincham 0, Kings Lynn Town 1, Wellston 1, Maidenhead 1, Dagenham and Redbridge 1, Stockport County 0, Solihull Moors 0, and Yeovil Town 0, Sutton. Oh, sorry, Yeovil Town just equalised. Yeovil Town 1, Sutton United 1. They're all later scores. Not currently got an update for the Macclesfield Town Chesterfield game, but that will be due to, I presume, the financial hardships of what's happening with Macclesfield. So, yeah, that's why that game isn't being played. Maidenhead's equalised. Maidenhead 1, Dagenham and Redbridge 1. Aldershot 1, Torquay United 3. Some goals going in live. Bristol Rovers 1, Hull City 3 as well. There we go. Some goals going in. Some stuff happening. Right, I'm going to go and get my lid. Dad's delighted. Look at him there. Delighted with the Bolton win. Correct. Good, decent home win for them. Dance for them. Definitely not. Why? Why would I do that? So yeah, people happy with the first half there for Manchester City. Right, what is the best moment for Man City? What in this game? The Ferran Torres goal, of course. Right, I'll go and get my lid. One lid. Got it. Right, preparing for the second half. So we'll get the timer ready. First and foremost. And we'll get the banner changed to second half as well. That was a productive half time. Lots of games going on out there actually. There we go, into the second half. Ready for kickoff here. It is a very nice lid. So it'll be Marseille getting us underway for this second half. Just waiting for one more player to come out, delaying us here. Still not got kickoff here yet. There we go. Eventually we do. So we've got kickoff for this second half for Manchester City. Can we pick up the 3 points here? A decent away result if we can, in my opinion. So we're up to 55 likes. So 45 likes. 55 people tuning in. 55 likes. On that big push towards... oh, I've got a massive spider next to me. Oh, do I move the camera to show how big that spider is? Yeah, go on then. Look at the size of this. Can we see? That is a big spider. Literally right next to me. I don't mind spiders. He can continue crawling up. He'll keep the insects at bay. Bit of randomness there for you. Right, anyway. Second half. Oh, that spider's literally like right next to me. He's a big spider. Should I get rid of the spider? I haven't got anything to get rid of the spider. I'm not going to kill the spider. I'm not that bad. I think he's keeping the insects out, but I'm going to put the spider outside, really. Never come back. I'm gonna get right. We'll do a JSGC live, getting rid of the spider, but he's getting higher up. What we get him? Need a bit of paper. Ah, paper. That'll do. Oh. Right, let's not drop the spider. Come on. There we go, can we see it? There's a big spider. Just there. Right, out we go. Ugh. Spider gone. Oh, there we go. I can get back to do my stream. Live, get rid of the spider. Yeah. Love it, love it, love it. Right, we're relying on commentary from me. That's not a problem. Well, thank you very much. I feel like I deserve 1 million subs for getting rid of a spider so big. There we go. Right, we're up to 60 likes. I love how there's most people tuning in right now with me getting rid of a spider. Thanks. Woo! Right, Incy Wincy's gone. Back to the football. So it's, what we're through, 50 minutes nearly there. Torres, I think he's been fantastic. Had a very good game, looked very lively up top for Manchester City there, in my opinion. Looked very lively. We're still on that big push towards 100 likes. We're 37 likes away, so if you're watching this and you're enjoying it, then please do leave a thumbs up and subscribe too. So 50 minutes through here, it's still Marseille 0, Manchester City 1 into the second half. Still City working with the possession, working the ball through Ruben Dias. Kyle Walker now's picked up the ball on the right hand side. 35 likes away. Legends. Thank you very much. Bit too much on that pass, and it does go straight out of play for a throw in there to Marseille. So throw-in comes in from Marseille. It's picked up again from Manchester City. It's been one of them games for Marseille. One of them games. No subs as of yet for Manchester City. Of course, not thinking too much further ahead for your games. I imagine City will be assessing how this game is going. I'd have thought City would have been keen to have potentially got that second goal. Shores things up a little bit and keeps things rolling. So Zinchenko now with the ball on the throw-in. Oh, just I've been bigging up Ferran Torres. Takes way too heavy a touch and goes flying out of play for a throw-in this time in the same position that Manchester City just had theirs for Marseille. Bit of wrestling going on there from Zinchenko as a free kick is given to Marseille. So they can come away with the ball. And then a sloppy bit of play pulls out play for a throw into Manchester City. Oh, this is scrappy and sloppy, to say the least, ladies and gentlemen, to say the least. So it's City now with the ball. On the right-hand side, Kyle Walker. Working the ball centrally down the left-hand side. It's Aymeric Laporte. Great little flick from Phil Foden into Zinchenko. Phil Foden picks up the ball again. Well, that might have gone out of play, but play continues. Phil Foden puts a ball across. Is picked up by Mandanda. And so, no decision there for VAR to make about whether that had gone out of play or not for a throw-in. Ball comes down. I'm just getting some text updates about some latest Champions League scores, so I'm just going to open them up just so I can keep you guys up to date with what's happening as well. So Fabinho has been subbed for Liverpool after half an hour, looking like a knee muscle injury. Salzburg did take the lead against Atletico Madrid, but Atletico Madrid have just equalised, and Atalanta have pulled a goal back against Ajax as well. So being kept fully up to date with the other Champions League games as well as the Manchester City game against Marseille. It's De Bruyne. Good pull back across into the penalty area. Marseille do clear their lines though. The ball is though picked up by Manchester City. It's so sloppy. City needs to have that killer instinct. Let's shore this game up. Let's get that killer second goal. Foden on the left. Sloppy giveaway from him. Ball comes back to Mandanda. He's going to have to clear the ball. Does. You guessed it. Gives the ball away. They pick the ball up again, Marseille. Back to Mandanda. Clears it. Marseille win the header this time. They've got possession. Can they do something with it? They work it now centrally down the right-hand side. Cutting in. A chance for a shot. They have a shot. It's a good shot as well. And does go wide of the post. I think a corner's being given there. So is that an Ederson save? Well, it looks a bit... What's happened there? So a shot goes in. I'm not sure if that's hit Ederson's hand or not. Yeah, I think it has, and it's gone out of play for a corner. So it was going into the side netting, perhaps going towards... the post and hitting the post. Corner comes in. It's collected by Ederson. City want a free kick. As Liverpool have gone 1-0 up now as Diogo Jota has scored. Someone made a really good point about Diogo Jota actually. Liverpool looking for that that attacking player, that player that can play up top for them, that should they get an injury to Firmino, it means that they don't have to start thinking about putting Salah or Mane up front and disrupting their momentum like City would with Raheem Sterling. Instead, they've also got Origi, who's, I'm not sure if he's fit to play or not, or whether they're preferring Jota, but Jota could have been an option for City there, £40 million. City chose not. So there you go, working well there for Liverpool as City work the ball higher up and win the ball back, trying to launch their own attack. Left-hand side, Zinchenko works the ball forward. City cannot control it. Marseille clear their lines and out for a throw-in to Manchester City. Here in France, it does remain Marseille 0, Manchester City 1, thanks to that first half goal from Ferran Torres. City with a lot of possession, coming away with the ball once more through Ruben Dias. He now works the ball with a short pass to Laporte. He works the ball out on the left-hand side. It's Zinchenko now. He centralises it. Ilkay Gundogan. He works the ball out to the right-hand side. It's intercepted, though, by Marseille, and they can come forward with the ball. Eventually, City trying their hardest with pressing. Marseille do still retain the ball and can come away with it. So Marseille now working the ball out from the back. City pressing, smelling a mistake, trying to force it. They can't quite force the mistake though. There's a good bit of patient build up this from Marseille. Can they get it from their defence up into their midfield and potentially look to try and cause City some problems, possibly in attack? They've still got the ball here, Marseille. They do eventually launch that ball forward, and it is Laporte winning the header for Manchester City, so we can get possession back. Through Ilkay Gundogan now to Phil Foden on the left-hand side. Zinchenko. Rodri now. De Bruyne. Kyle Walker. Real Madrid now 2-0 down in Germany against Mönchengladbach. City with the ball. Gundogan out to Laporte. Not as much movement here second half from City is what I've noticed as Marseille win the ball higher up. Laporte tries to win that ball, takes down the man. Free kick is given and it is going to be a yellow card to Aymeric Laporte. So the first yellow card of the game. Bit of a late one there. Ball, I'm not sure if he was going to win that or not, but he doesn't. So there we go. So currently got over 40 people tuning in. We're now only 33 likes away from our like goal of 100 likes. Closing in slowly but surely. So thank you everyone that has left a thumbs up. It's much appreciated by me. Another free kick given to Marseille as Atalanta have equalised in Italy against Ajax. 2-0 down at half-time. They've pulled it all back. It's Atalanta 2, Ajax 2. City nearly pressed a mistake and create themselves an opportunity. Instead, Marseille now do come away with the ball in the Manchester City half. They work a ball across. Can Kyle Walker get there first? Does enough. And City bring it away. De Bruyne now. He's brought down and a free kick is given to Manchester City and a bit of respite here for City, which is, in my opinion, what's needed as we're through 59 minutes now in this game. Bit of a late one that on De Bruyne. Laporte. City's still in possession here. Just working the ball nicely in midfield. Ferran Torres wanted the pass there from Zinchenko. He doesn't get it. Torres again making the run. Doesn't get it, but Sterling does. Chance here. Sterling blazes it over the bar. A decent opportunity. Not sure if that's gone out for a corner or not. There's a good bit of defending, but does enough there to put Raheem Sterling off, and he can't make clean contact with the ball, and it goes flying over the bar. I think Raheem Sterling was offside there, so if it had gone in, it would have been disallowed anyway, if that is to make us feel a little bit better. I'm not sure if a corner's been given, but a corner should have been given. Goal kick's been given instead. It was a corner, but it was offside. Can't have it all. Marseille now in control of the football. So Marseille have looked more comfortable in possession this second half. Still not creating too much. Certainly not enough here that I'm too worried. I'm not sure if Marseille's got the pace here to hurt City's high line or not. I'm wondering as the game goes on, how long is it going to be before we see the attacking players like Dimitri Payet, former West Ham man of course. Phil Foden now. Ilkay Gundogan doesn't play the pass return back to Phil Foden after he makes a run. Keeps hold of the football. Out wide, Walker, Sterling. On this right-hand side, good play by De Bruyne. Sterling brought in once more. Goes down for a free kick. Is a free kick to Manchester City on the edge of the penalty area. Again out wide for Manchester City. So you would have thought this was a chance again to work the ball into the box as Amarvi, who brought down Raheem Sterling, goes into the referee's book for Marseille's first yellow card of the game and joins Aymeric Laporte in the referee's book. So it is De Bruyne standing over it. It's another chance for him to put a ball into the box for Manchester City. Another chance for him to add to his tally of assists that he's got in this game, currently sitting with 1. Most importantly, though, that 1 assist has led to the 1 goal that is in this game for Manchester City. It is Marseille 0, Manchester City 1. We're through more than 62 minutes here. Free kick in a dangerous area. De Bruyne chips a ball in. Back post. Good. Oh, that's a good ball in. Zinchenko makes good connection, but he doesn't have any direction on his pass, on his shot, and so it just ends up skirting right across the penalty area and to be cleared by Marseille as Kyle Walker was put into a foot race, which there's not many players out there that's going to beat Kyle Walker in a foot race. He wins that foot race and Manchester City come out with possession before Ferran Torres, I think that is, strays offside for Manchester City. So Marseille pick up a free kick. So we're now, 31 likes away from our 100 like goal. We're getting there. We are getting there, ladies and gentlemen. More than 50 people tuning in. We're going to be getting our first substitute of this game. It is going to be for Marseille. As Rongier goes off and Sanson does come on, Morgan Sanson for Marseille. So that's their first substitute of this game, as we're now only 27 likes away from 100. That's a nice big jump, so thank you to everyone that has just left a thumbs up. Much appreciated. Subscribe as well if you're new around here. That would be much appreciated. We're on that push towards 14,000 subscribers. Less than 200 away now. Really am trying to push that 14,000. We can do it. I'm confident that we can do it. Can watch quality stuff like me putting out a spider on live stream. It's quality stuff that people want to see. Marseille now pick up the ball, working it on the right hand side in the Manchester City half. An actual chance here to work a ball into the box. They do. It's a good ball. It's dealt with well by Ruben Dias and eventually cleared by Manchester City. Helped along the way, I think that is by Aymeric Laporte. As City now come away with the ball. Counter-attack here. There's a chance. There is a chance. Phil Foden cannot get his ball across properly. And Marseille do come away with the ball. And actually managed to come away with possession from that too, actually. That's well worked from Marseille. That was a little bit of an opportunity there for Phil Foden. Couldn't quite get his pass right. If he got that right, there would have been a decent opportunity there for Manchester City. But as it is, it remains Marseille 0, Manchester City 1, and City couldn't thread that ball through. 26 likes away now. Nice. So we're nearly halfway through this second half. City's still looking comfortable. There has to come a point where Marseille twist, choose to send an extra player or two up front, and try and hurt Manchester City. I'd have thought they'd have been looking to maybe move their defence a further 10 yards forward to try and put City under pressure in midfield, but they seem quite happy just to pump the ball forward with a kick and chase and try and pick up the ball and get some crosses in and cause City problems, which it could work. I would have thought that maybe moving their defence further forward and putting City under pressure would work better, but you run the risk of City hitting you on the counter-attack, and if this does go 2-0 Manchester City, then the game, you would think, would be done, and that would be that. So they're not wanting to run the risk yet, considering there's still, 24 minutes or so left here of this game. So lovely flick. Manchester City in control of the football. Is given away, though. Marseille now pick up the pieces. Can they work through some kind of attack here? So decent ball, another kick and chase. Marseille pick up the loose ball. There's a man over on the left-hand side for them. They work it out to him. There's a chance here for Marseille. Squared across. Right place at the right time for Manchester City to clear. And City are going to pick up a throw-in. And so the danger is over for now. So they're getting into some good positions here, Marseille. Manchester City, though, holding firm. It was Ruben Dias that made the interception there, as City are going to be making their first substitution. Joao Cancelo is going to be coming on. Pep Guardiola has given him some instructions, looking for something from Cancelo that he's not seen. Wonder if this is probably, you would think, for Kyle Walker, considering he's been moaning about how tired Kyle Walker looks, and Walker has been not as effective in this half as what he has in the first half, so that may just be down to fatigue. So I'd have thought this would be for Kyle Walker. I mean, it could be for Zinchenko, but I reckon this is for Walker. So it's City bringing the ball forward, then backward, back to Ederson. City with their patient build-up once more. We're in that delicate bit of the game now. You're 1-0 up, you don't feel at ease, you've not got that 2-goal cushion. Just one attack changes the game from Marseille. Whilst it's just 1-0, 1 goal in it, they'll fancy the chances. They will. Ferran Torres now picks the ball up after dropping deeper. Poor pass out from City, and it goes out for a throw in there to Marseille. And it means Man City can make their... So, it's Zinchenko that's going off for Cancelo. So Cancelo's going to go straight in at left back. I'd have thought it'd have been Walker, considering he's been moaning on how tired he's been. But, yeah, there we go. Cancelo going in at left back for Zinchenko. I think Zinchenko's done a fairly good job today, actually, at left back. So, kudos there. Give him a bit of an applause for Zinchenko. Hasn't really put a foot wrong for City. Stretched the pitch nice and well for City. He's been in the right places at the right time. Looked to get involved as much as possible. So, yeah, I don't think Zinchenko's put in a bad performance there. City are allowed to make 5 subs. So I wouldn't have thought that would be the last of any subs that City will see in this game, as Marseille try to switch the play from their right to left. City intercept through Kyle Walker. So we're 25 likes away now, which is fantastic. Good effort this. So thank you everyone for that. It is much appreciated by me. Phil Foden takes the ball past, brought down. No free kick. He doesn't win the ball and takes down the man. How is that not a free kick? I'm sorry. Marseille player remains down, so Mandanda puts the ball out for a throw-in, as we've got over 70 people now tuning in, which is brilliant. So thank you to everyone that has joined. Sorry, but it's a free kick. He doesn't take him out on purpose, but clips the man, takes him down. Obviously, he's turned out. Player that's brought Phil Foden down has come off second best there, but still. Advertising BTR now their other games that they've got coming up, including Juventus against Barcelona, which is tomorrow. I imagine they were hoping for commercial and promotion services, promotion purposes, sorry. They were hoping that would be Ronaldo versus Messi, but Ronaldo's having to isolate. I think that might just be the word of 2020, isolate. And so, yeah, he misses that match. So it's not going to be Ronaldo versus Messi once more, as Marseille, over sloppy pass, heads out for a throw-in here to Manchester City on the right-hand side. Ederson with the ball. City working it from the back. Cancelo, the substitute. De Bruyne now. Can he play his pass? He can. Sterling, onside. Advantage played. Squares it across. Chance this. Gundogan. It's a big chance that for Manchester City. Makes good contact with that Gundogan. Straight at Mandanda though. Good pull back across from Raheem Sterling. It was a decent opportunity that. Looked onside? Question mark. Was an opportunity as De Bruyne, a bit of a nasty one there from his, Fred through, means that Caleta card that they were playing an advantage for, his foul has brought him into the referee's book, so that's another yellow card for Marseille as they switch the play. They switch it well, but Cancelo is going to get there first. Does keep the ball in as well and clears, and Manchester City keep hold of the football as well. That's really good here. Now, Kevin De Bruyne, what can he do? Threads it through. Raheem Sterling, he isn't going to get there ahead of Mandanda. He wins the ball. Nearly. You feel like this game's starting to open up. I don't think the goals are done in this game just yet. We've got 18 minutes to go. There will come a point in the next 10 minutes or so that you would think Marseille would move their players about 10 yards further forward, looking to attack Manchester City here. And that will open up space for City on the counter-attack to find that killer second goal. It also obviously means it's more likely that Marseille would find an equaliser. It is risky doing that as you're sending more players forward, but you're chasing the game. That's what's needed to be done. And they're chasing the game thanks to a first-half goal from Ferran Torres. Means it is Marseille 0, Manchester City 1 here in the Champions League Group C Matchday 2 match here in France. We've got 17 and a half minutes remaining. It's Ruben Dias in control of the football for Manchester City. It's worked down the right hand side. Walker goes back to Ruben Dias. He goes to his partner Aymeric Laporte. Picks up the ball. Currently, got over 60 people tuning in. So thank you everyone for tuning in. I hope you are enjoying the live stream. Laporte now. Good flick that from Phil Foden into Ilkay Gundogan. Joao Cancelo now. He's tackled. Goes out for a corner here to Manchester City. It's a Marseille player. Looks like James Rodriguez. I think he wanted a goal kick there, and he might have had a point there, but it is going to be a corner here to Manchester City. It is Kevin De Bruyne that's going to be taking it on the Manchester City left-hand side, so a bit more defending here for Marseille to do in their stunning stadium. Good skills from Cancelo. De Bruyne, ball goes in, cleared. Cancelo, they want handball. Nothing given, throw in there to Manchester City. If City do score, it's the next phase of an attack, so it wouldn't be disallowed if it did hit his arm. Currently 22 likes away from 100 likes. Can we hit that before full time? That would be amazing. Ilkay Gundogan now picks up the ball. Cancelo, back to Gundogan. Gundogan centralises it. Ruben Dias now. See him go further forward in this game than I'm used to. Laporte now. Ruben Dias. Good bit of interplay this from Manchester City. Ruben Dias fancies a run forward. He's Gonna have to get back in position though, because he's given the ball away. Marseille try to clear their lines and win the ball back high up, but it goes straight out of play from a Mandanda kick out for a throw into Manchester City. So Diaz can get himself back into position. Cancelo. Tell you one thing, Rodri playing in this game. I just feel like it'd be a good chance for an extra bit of fresh legs, really. I like Rodri. I think he's a very good player. It's just I just don't think this game's suited. I don't think we need a slow defensive midfield. That's a great ball across. Chance here. Surely. 2-0. There it is. Manchester City do get their second goal. It is Ilkay Gundogan with that goal for Manchester City. And if this goal does stand, and I see no reason why it shouldn't, then that would be the 3 points here for Manchester City. A good ball threaded through to the back post by Phil Foden. Flicked on. Good finish by Ilkay Gundogan and into the back of the net. Sterling headed it back across. Ferran Torres couldn't control it. Ilkay Gundogan's there at the back post. Calm and collective to take the shot first time round. Simple as you like. It is Marseille 0, Manchester City 2. And so City now, in response to that, are going to be making some substitutions, including seeing Riyad Mahrez coming on for Manchester City. We're also going to be seeing Bernardo Silva and John Stones coming on as well. So the first substitution coming on is Riyad Mahrez for Ferran Torres. Is the first substitution. So Mahrez onto the pitch. The next substitution is Aymeric Laporte going off. So I presume this is going to be for John Stones to come on. So it is John Stones that comes on for Manchester City. And Bernardo Silva is going to be the fourth substitute for Manchester City to come on, as Marseille are currently making a couple of substitutions as well. And it is the goal scorer Ilkay Gundogan with a smile on his face. It's 2 goals in 2 Champions League games for Ilkay Gundogan, and it is going to be Bernardo Silva coming on in his place. All smiles there from Ilkay Gundogan, putting a good shift for Manchester City. Laporte's had a good solid game for City as well, and also Ferran Torres, in my opinion, has had a good game for Manchester City. And so it's nice to see him come onto the pitch as well. So Dimitri Payet said he would come on and he's come on for Thauvin for their substitution, as Marseille now severely chasing the game. They've got 12.5 minutes left here to try and make something happen. It's currently Marseille 0, Manchester City 2. That killer second goal has come for Manchester City, so you would think it now it's all hands to the pump from Marseille, all out attack, try and get a goal. They're going to need a goal within the next 10 minutes or so to try and get themselves a platform back into this game. At the moment, City will be very happy, cruising forward. Good ball from Ederson. It is dealt with by Marseille though, and they bring the ball away. We're now 18 likes away from our goal of 100 likes. So fantastic effort, this one. Still 18 away. I'm confident that we can do it though before full time. City have just gone 2-0 ahead. We've got over 50 people tuning in, which is brilliant. If you are new around here, do subscribe as well. That would be much appreciated now as we go 17 likes away. If you are tuning in, you have missed me clear out a spider before, so you'll have to tune in later when I've ended the live stream for you to scroll back and have a watch of that. It was very entertaining. It was a pensive moment for a minute or so. Not that I fear spiders that much, but I'm not overly keen on them. I'm definitely not keen on big ones. And it was a pretty decent sized spider as well. That was right at the beginning of the second half as well, as City once again with the possession of the football through Joao Cancelo on this left hand side. 16 likes away. Who wants to contribute to being JSGC's 100 likes for this live stream? Anyone that has left a thumbs up, legends, thank you very much. Marseille now. It's given away. It's been a bit sloppy, in my opinion, Marseille. I know it's going to be a difficult game. I feel like this game has suited Manchester City, though. in my opinion. So it's Ederson now in control of the football. We're into the last 10 minutes of this game. See if there's any updates on the Champions League and what's happening. Still, Atalanta 2, Ajax 2, Atletico Madrid 2, Salzburg 2, FC Porto 1, Olympiacos 0, Liverpool 1, Midtjylland 0, Mönchengladbach 2, Real Madrid 0, and currently, as we're sitting here live streaming, it is Marseille 0, Manchester City 2. City now coming away with the ball on the right hand side. I think it's Mahrez. Good ball. De Bruyne. Can he get a ball across? He can. And it's a tap in. Raheem Sterling. Centre of the goal. Makes it Marseille 0. Manchester City 3. It's Raheem Sterling now getting onto the score sheet. And it's another assist for that man, Kevin De Bruyne. Just going to check to make sure he is onside. He's offside. This goal's going to be disallowed. That's frustrating. He is offside. This goal will be disallowed for Manchester City. So it's not going to be another assist for Kevin De Bruyne. And it isn't going to be a goal for Raheem Sterling. It is a good ball across and it is a good position there from Sterling. He's just slightly ahead of play there. And so this goal should be chalked off through VAR here. Which is unfortunate, as Manchester City are making their final substitution. It is going to be Kevin De Bruyne going off, and it is going to be Cole Palmer coming on. So applause there for Kevin De Bruyne, and applause for the other substitutes that went off before, who put in a good shift. And nice to see Cole Palmer coming on for Manchester City there. We're still waiting for a decision to be made through VAR that the goal's going to get chalked off. A goal's been given. Well, there you go. It's 3-0 to Manchester City. He did look offside. The goal's given. Not too sure why. They've not even had a look. Maybe the past caring because the game's already, you would think, kind of dead. But there we go. I'm just going to go on the what's been said on the live chat for the game, because Sterling definitely, in my opinion anyway, looked offside. Well, VAR said they've had a look and he's onside. I'd like to see some arrows and lines drawn, because I'm not so sure about that, if I'm honest. Just having a look at the other scores. Blackburn 2, Reading 4. What a game. My favourite though, Wycombe Wanderers 1, Watford 1. Full time. Kudos there to Wycombe. Kudos. I will cover the full-time results at the end of this game for all the matches that are being being played tonight. I don't know why I keep hiccuping, but there we go. I'm not sure it did touch a player on the way through. I mean, they're showing another replay of it. I thought he looked offside. I mean, it doesn't matter, but I thought he looked offside. Yeah, it was Ferran Torres with the first goal for Manchester City. Then it was Ilkay Gundogan with the second, and Sterling's just scored the third. As Manchester City come away with another attack and another corner here to Manchester City. Or is a free kick being given? I think a free kick's being given. As Marseille make another substitution. As we're only 14 likes away now. 14 likes. Super duper. As Guai comes on for Cousins. And Benedetto comes on for Radonjic. Probably butchering the name, sorry. Anyway, we're 12 likes away now. Legends. 10 likes. We're really close now. We're in the final 10. 10 likes away from that 100 like goal. We've got, 5 minutes or so left here. 5 minutes. Dimitri Payet has got himself a little man bun. There we go. And just have a look on Twitter at that Raheem Sterling. Seems anyone's got the lines out because I thought it just looked offside. I just want to know now. I'll just go on City's tweets, see if anyone's put it. People going about the tapping. Can't please everybody. Can't please everybody. As Real Madrid's just pulled one back at Mönchengladbach. So now Mönchengladbach 2, Real Madrid 1. City now in possession of the football. Walker dummies a shot, passes it instead. Oh, would you believe it? Not a goal in this game, but there has been a goal in Madrid, the Atletico Madrid game against Salzburg. It's Atletico Madrid 3, Salzburg 2. Devastating right towards the end of that game. Yeah, people said he's about a yard offside. Not seeing any stills of it. Like I said, no one's going to care because City are already cruising in the game. But there we go. Anyway, I'll stop dwelling. There's been another goal in another game. FC Porto 2 in Manchester City's group now. Olympiacos 0. As we're still 10 likes away from that 100 like goal. So any help towards that would be much appreciated, everyone. We've got over 50 people tuning in, so if you're watching this and you haven't left a thumbs up already, I would appreciate if you did leave a thumbs up. That would be absolutely grand. So we're edging towards full time here. The third goal's kind of knocked the stuffing out of the game, really. And it remains Marseille 0, Manchester City 3. This has been a high quality performance from Manchester City. It's a really good performance, a confident performance. The type of performance that, I've said it so many times this season, that we need to build on. We've got a match against Sheffield United. We need to be building on this win, taking the confidence forward and going and putting in a good performance against Sheffield United. I'd be very tempted to be going with Ferran Torres up top once more. I quite like the look of Raheem Sterling playing on the right hand side and Phil Foden playing on the left hand side. So I think that's maybe something City could look at against Sheffield United once more and ask the questions and bring on Mahrez once more into the second half if needed. And then maybe with a bit of rotation, if it goes well against Sheffield United, to go with Mahrez against Olympiacos or something next week, and just to have a continuous conveyor belt of rotation, in my opinion, is what's going to be needed when you're playing every 3 or 4 days like Manchester City are. But I don't think we can afford to look too far ahead. We're going to pick up the 3 points today, so it's going to be 6 points from 6 in the Champions League. I mean, it's crazy because we face the prospect that if we don't win against Sheffield United at the weekend, that if we do beat Olympiacos in midweek, that the 3 Champions League games we could have more points possibly than what we actually have in the Premier League. Which is weird. So City finding their feet very well in the Champions League, which is stuff you love to see. Premier League, we're looking for more consistency, and I'd like City to use the Champions League as a good confidence booster. Chance here for City. Sterling. He is tackled well, though, by Marseille, and they can clear their lines. We've got 15 seconds left of this second half in normal time before we go into added time. I wouldn't have thought there'd be too much added time, considering City are 3-0 up and the game is literally dead near near enough. I'd have thought it'd probably be, what, maximum 3 minutes or so added on, and I'm right, it is 3 minutes to be added on here. So we've got 3 minutes here. Let's get this push. 100 likes, 3 minutes. If you're watching this, you're enjoying the live stream. We've been streaming now for, what, nearly 2 hours or so. If you're enjoying the live stream, make sure you leave a thumbs up so I know that you have enjoyed the live stream, and let's hit that like goal of 100 likes. As Marseille pick up a free kick there from a little challenge from Joao Cancelo, the substitute who came on for Oleksandr Zinchenko. So we're 9 likes away. Let's get this going. 9 likes. Ball goes out for, I think, a goal kick there to Manchester City, and it does, from the James Rodriguez look-alike there. 7 likes away now. Brilliant, as there has been another goal at Anfield, and it is Liverpool 2, Midtjylland 0. That goal's come through a penalty from Mohamed Salah. 7 likes away then. 6 likes away. Let's get this going. 6 likes away. 6 likes. There has been a goal in Germany. Mönchengladbach 2-0 up against Real Madrid. Putting Real Madrid's manager under tremendous pressure because they're always demanding for the Champions League. After winning the El Clasico at the weekend against Barcelona, Real Madrid will be feeling a lot better about themselves. 2-0 down in Germany. Pulled it back. It is Borussia Mönchengladbach 2, Real Madrid 2. See who's picked up the equaliser there for Madrid. It's Casemiro in the 93rd minute. So 87th and 93rd minute. Couple of late goals from Real Madrid means they're going to probably be picking up a point in Germany after it looked like they weren't going to be picking up anything. Still 6 likes away. We've got less than a minute. Let's see if we can do this. Come on, guys. 6 likes. You're watching this. We've got 50 odd people watching. If you haven't left a thumbs up, please leave a thumbs up. It'd be much appreciated. Can we hit 100 likes before that full-time whistle? We've got 30 seconds left. Good bit of passing here from Manchester City. Trying to finish on a flourish. Good interception from Marseille. Marseille then nearly give the ball away. Keep hold of the ball. Work the ball backwards. Is Mandanda going to give it a pump forward? No, he's choosing to work it. So 15 seconds left of the game. Still 6 likes away. Just waiting for the full-time whistle now. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. It has finished. Olympique de Marseille 0, Manchester City 3. A fantastic win away in France for Manchester City. Maintains our perfect record in the Champions League for the 2020-21 season. A comprehensive, brilliant performance. A clean sheet here for Manchester City. They're first in the Champions League for the season. Scintillating performance. No Sergio Aguero, no problem for Manchester City. Aguero missing for Manchester City meant Raheem Sterling, I thought was going to start up front, actually drifted out wide instead, and we saw Ferran Torres starting up front, which in my opinion worked really well for Manchester City in this game, and it has ensured a good quality, high performance from Manchester City. A first half goal from Ferran Torres, followed by a goal from Ilkay Gundogan and Raheem Sterling, albeit in my opinion offside, has ensured a comfortable night here for Manchester City in the south of France. We move on to our game on Saturday afternoon, 12:30 p.m. GMT kickoff time, away at Bramall Lane in Sheffield for the Sheffield United match against Manchester City. Sheffield United haven't got off to a tremendous start to the Premier League, and so it's a good opportunity for City to take confidence from this game to put in another good performance, hopefully in the Premier League, and get ourselves back to winning ways. But we've been looking for a response after that disappointing draw away in London against West Ham last weekend, and they have done that with a good quality performance over Villas-Boas' Marseille. So a really good performance there from Manchester City. Before we even speak about stats and stuff, I just want to speak about the squad. My JSGC man of the match, for this game is going to the goal scorer for the first goal for Manchester City, Ferran Torres, closely run by Kevin De Bruyne, in my opinion, getting a couple of assists there for Manchester City. Nice to see Kevin De Bruyne coming back for Manchester City, putting in a high quality performance, getting a couple of assists. That'll make him feel better, and like I said, hopefully now we can follow this with a win in the Premier League, and we can all move on from there. In terms of the Champions League though, FC Porto have beaten Olympiacos in Portugal. That has finished 2-0 to FC Porto. So Manchester City next midweek, I'm going to presume it's on the Wednesday, considering we played on the Tuesday this time, but don't hold me to that. In that match against Olympiacos, we will be playing at the Etihad Stadium. City currently sitting on 6 points, FC Porto on 3, Olympiacos on 3. Marseille have played a couple of games and lost both games, so if City can beat Olympiacos already, we're guaranteed to be 6 points clear with only 3 matches to play. But like I said, we can't afford to be looking too far ahead. All we need to be looking at is that match on Saturday against Sheffield United, where City are needing them 3 points and a good quality performance, just like we have put in for this game. I'm just going to find out actually when Man City are playing that match against Olympiacos. So that's... Oh, it's next Tuesday. Alright, okay. I thought we'd have been playing on the Wednesday, considering we're playing on the Tuesday here. But there we go. Playing on the Tuesday once more. I'll take that. Right, so let's go through the Champions League full-time scores first before we go through the stats for this game. So, in the early kickoff for today, it's finished Lokomotiv Moscow 1, Bayern Munich 2, Shakhtar Donetsk 0, Inter Milan 0. It's still currently being played, but nearly full-time. It is Atalanta 2, Ajax 2, after Ajax were 2-0 up at half-time in that game. It's finished Atletico Madrid 3, Red Bull Salzburg 2. So, Atletico Madrid getting away with one there. Manchester City's group, it has finished FC Porto 2, Olympiacos 0, Marseille 0, Manchester City 3. Liverpool have beaten Midtjylland at Anfield 2-0, and Borussia Mönchengladbach have chucked away a 2-0 lead with only 3 minutes remaining in normal time to finish Mönchengladbach 2, Real Madrid 2. So let's check the stats then for this confident performance from Manchester City in France. So in terms of possession, City ended up having 64% possession compared with Marseille's 36% possession. Marseille had 2 shots, 2 on target. That'll make Ederson feel better. Made 2 saves and a clean sheet for him. For Manchester City, it's 8 shots, 4 on target, 3 goals. Can't say much more than that. Like I said, City were just relying on mistakes from Marseille and then punishing them, and they were clinical, and it's exactly what I was looking for. It was a scrappy game when I actually delve in and have a look at the midfield battle and how many balls there was given away and how many balls were going into the second balls and the challenges, the aerial duels and stuff like that. It wasn't a pretty game for the midfield. It was just more mistakes-wise. Man City were looking for Marseille to make their mistakes, and they did. In the first half, although we only scored 1 goal in the first half, I felt like we was more aggressive. There was a lot more movement from us, and I felt like we looked fresher and cleaner in that first half, and I thought that was a very high quality first half performance from Manchester City. I'm happy that we managed to control the game, get that killer second goal, and move on and get them 3 points, and then get that third goal, just the cherry on the top there. Like I said, albeit it is offside, but yeah, I'll take that. In terms of passing, 92.6% from Manchester City pass completion rate. That is of high standard, so kudos to Manchester City. Marseille's isn't bad either, 83.4% pass completion rate, which is really good. 3 clear-cut chances created for Manchester City. Problem Marseille had was creating opportunities. I didn't feel like they had the pace there to hurt Manchester City, and they created no clear-cut opportunities. They had only 1 corner in this game compared with 5 for Manchester City. They had only 2 shots, 2 on target, and Ederson's kept a clean sheet, so they won't be too happy with that. They will be happy, though, with how scrappy the game was. Tackle completion rate for them, 50% compared with 46% from Manchester City. Aerial duels, though, City a lot more dominating in that second half, managed to get their aerial duels up from 50% up to 53%. However, it did fall for Marseille from around 60% down to 47%. So there we go. 1 save for Mandanda to make, a couple of missed clearances from him, and he's had to pick the ball out of his net 3 times. So Sorry for that. One yellow card for Manchester City. That came to Aymeric Laporte, and a couple of yellow cards there for Marseille once more. So like I said, Champions League, it's Olympiacos for Manchester City up next. It is going to be FC Porto up for Marseille next in their next game. But Manchester City, in terms of football for our next game, it is the Premier League. It is a Saturday match against Sheffield United. It is the early kickoff, 12:30 PM GMT, and of course, your boy JSGC will be back for another live stream watch along of that game. I will have the live stream scheduled and ready for you to set your reminder on Friday evening, so make sure you stay tuned for that and set your reminder. I am also we'll see how I feel for tomorrow and the next coming days. I'm hoping though that we're not going to do a fan reaction for the Champions League at this moment in time. I may try just giving some of my thoughts though for this game in another video. If I do that video, that will be up tomorrow. If I don't upload tomorrow, then I'm not doing that video. I'm feeling too tired. I'm having to juggle up work and doing all this, but I'm trying my best, and also I'm hoping that on Thursday some point I'll be able to upload, because we've got some transfer stories to talk about, including speaking in more detail about them resignations at Barcelona and what that means for Lionel Messi potentially joining Manchester City. So if you want to stay tuned for that, then make sure you do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Aiming for 14,000 subscribers, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget also, if you're watching this stream after I have ended this live stream, then leave your thoughts in the comments below. For the chat though, thank you for everyone for tuning in. I'm going to do a little bit of interaction in just one moment, just doing my little bit of plugging here. Leave a thumbs up if you did enjoy this live stream. Of course we smashed past that 100 likes goal. We're up to 110 now, which is absolutely brilliant, so thank you everyone for that. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. So what's everybody making then of this game? Jadon Sancho, general channel for JSGC. You're quite close. It's not Jadon Sancho though, who does share the same initials as me. It's just my name instead. So yeah, there we go. Pretty more going for Sheffield United 0, Manchester City 3. That would be absolutely fantastic. Really would. A good, confident, solid performance in the Premier League, scoring 3 goals, would be absolutely brilliant, in my opinion. So yeah, anything you want me to talk about, just let me know in the chat. We'll still be live for a few more moments more. I could have a little bit of interaction. That would be grand. I enjoy interacting with everyone that has tuned in. We all love a good bit of interaction here, don't we? So, Anti saying he wants Ferran to be starting more. I agree with that. Samir, thank you very much. I appreciate the support. Not checked. So, Mark's wanting him to keep the same team. So, he did that in the Premier League last week. It didn't really work. So, I reckon he'll be changing some stuff up, in my opinion. I reckon we'll see a bit of rotation. 2 or 3 players continuous is what I reckon may happen. Stunning stadium, Marseille Stadium. Absolutely stunning. As it has finished Atalanta 2, Ajax 2 in that other game. Right, so let's have a look at football results from elsewhere. So it has finished in the Championship. Barnsley 3, Queen's Park Rangers 0. Blackburn Rovers 2, Reading 4. Brentford 1, Norwich 1. Middlesbrough 2, Coventry City 0. Swansea City 2, Stoke City 0. Wycombe Wanderers 1, Watford 1. They're all full-time results. In League 1, it finished AFC Wimbledon 1, Blackpool 0. Bristol Rovers 1, Hull City 3. Charlton Athletic 2, Oxford United 0. Crewe Alexandra 0, Lincoln City 1. Ipswich Town 1, Gillingham 0. Milton Keynes Dons 2, Wigan Athletic 0. Peterborough United 2, Burton Albion 2. Swindon and Accrington Stanley seen their match postponed. It just says other. Fleetwood Town 1, Shrewsbury Town 0. Plymouth Argyle 2, Doncaster Rovers 1. Portsmouth 4, Northampton Town 0, and Rochdale 2, Sunderland 2, which is saw Manchester City loanee Gavin Bazunu starting in goal for Rochdale there, as Rochdale picked up a hard-fought draw at Scotland against Sunderland. Moving on to League 2, Crawley Town 4, Tranmere Rovers 0, good result that for Crawley. Bolton Wanderers 1, Bradford City 0. Carlisle United 3, Morecambe 1. Forest Green Rovers 1, Grimsby Town 0. Harrogate Town 0, Stevenage 0. Entertaining game, that one. Mansfield Town 2, Barrow 4. Good win that for Barrow. Newport County 2, Colchester 1. Port Vale 2, Cheltenham Town 1. Southend 1, Oldham Athletic 2. And Walsall 0, Cambridge United 2. They're all full-time results. As Scunthorpe United versus Salford City has been postponed for other as well. I'm going to presume with a lot of rain being about, that might be due to waterlogged pitches, or maybe players having to isolate. I'm not sure. In the National League, it's Wrexham 0, Barnet 0 finish. These are all full-time results, by the way. Aldershot Town 1, Torquay United 4. Boreham Wood 1, Woking 0. Bromley 3, Weymouth 2. Dover 3, Eastleigh 2. FC Halifax and Notts County, their game has been postponed. Other as well. Hartlepool United 1, Altrincham 1. Kings Lynn Town 2, Wealdstone 3. Macclesfield Town and Chesterfield obviously can't continue with what's happened with Macclesfield. Maidenhead 2, Dagenham and Redbridge 1. Stockport County 0, Solihull Moors 0. And Yeovil Town 1, Sutton 2. So that's what's happened this evening. It's been lots of football going on. I hope everyone has enjoyed. Thank you for everyone for tuning in. Let's do a last bit of interaction with everybody as people are tuning in. Good birthday present there for Elton, so happy birthday to you. Ake's injury, I think, is more serious than what City first thought. However, it's not like a horrendous injury, and I'd have thought that Ake would be back within the next week or two, I would hope. Kevin De Bruyne's just come back from injury, so if that means De Bruyne can't play or start against Sheffield United, then so be it, starting from the substitute bench, and it is what it is. We're playing lots of games, short period of time, no pre-season. What can you do? What can you do? Zinchenko had a very good game in this game, so I'd have thought Zinchenko's done himself no harm in possibly starting at the weekend for Manchester City. Astronity going that says, and he was a bit rusty. I thought he put in a good performance. That's my opinion. How do I feel about going into the Liverpool game next week? We'll speak more about the Liverpool game when we get to that game. I'm just focusing on Sheffield United. We need to be focusing on that, picking up the win, then moving back on to the game against Olympiacos next midweek. I'd agree. I'd like the 5 sub rule. Premier League team voted that down. I think they had City in mind when they did that, because they wanted Manchester City not to have an advantage with the squad that we've got, not realising actually that it's going to lead to serious injuries and lots of niggling little injuries for a lot of their players. So yeah, we're not going to be the only team that feels the impact of injuries. I can guarantee you that right now. So Elton says it's his birthday today, and it's Upamecano's birthday as well. Coincidence? He thinks not. Hopefully he will sign. We'll see. Apparently City are looking potentially at another centre-back next summer. If that is the case, I would have thought that would mean that probably John Stones would be off, but Eric Garcia will probably be leaving, so that remains to be seen. Mark wanting Zinchenko to be starting every match. So they're showing this highlight now of the Sterling goal. Not showing any still shots, but I felt like he was offside. I've not seen any lines or anything. That's just my thoughts anyway. Yeah. Anyway, like I said, it doesn't really matter. Man City have won the game. It's finished 3-0. That's what the history's going to show. And there we go. That is what it is, really. Right. So there we go. Yeah, offside. I think we can all agree. I think we've got away with that one. But, yeah. Oh well, we move on. So that match against Sheffield United coming up, so I'll see everyone again for that live stream, so make sure you stay tuned for that. So yeah, I've been JSGC, no problem Astronity, thank you for tuning in, I hope you have enjoyed it, and yeah, I'll be back again on Saturday for that early kickoff in that match against Sheffield United, so I'll see you all then. Got some videos coming up between now and then, so stay tuned for that, so don't forget all that good stuff, including like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned as well, got something in the pipeline coming up very soon for the JSGC channel. Very excited when that can all be announced. I will have that out for you. I am looking forward to that soon, hopefully. Can't tell you right now, but stay tuned for that. So I've been JSGC. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their evening. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Like I said, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you all again very soon for the next video. Enjoy your evening, Blues. Enjoy the 3 points, and you can go into school or work, or if you're off, your families, all with a smile on your face. We're back to winning ways. Good, confident performance in the south of France. 3-0, 3 points for Manchester City. Can't say better than that. So I've been JSGC. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you are all safe and well too, and I'll see you all again very soon. Thank you for watching. Peace. Ciao for now.